the video, you can also watch this video in Hindi from the top right corner. Also, if you want to buy any of the components that I'm going to talk about, then you can find all the links down below in the description. So this is the video I wanted to make for a few months now. Finally, I find the time to do so. So I was using Mac for last 5 or 6 years, but now my early 2015 15-inch MacBook Pro was giving up on me. It will take hours to render the video and I had limitations to the post-processing I could do. I wanted to get an iMac, but at the time of this workstation setup, we didn't have the option to customize the iMac or MacBook in India, and now we can, but bad luck. And the other options from Apple were too lame for me, so I decided to switch to PC. Although there was a lot of frustration in using Premiere Pro, I knew how to use Premiere Pro, but I was way too comfortable with the FCPX on the Mac, so it took me some time to get a hang of it on the Premiere. Now before we head to the components and all the other details, I just want to say that I'm not a PC expert, although I consider myself above average. But if you have any suggestions or other components for a better build, then you must let the community know in the comments below. And if you're looking to build a PC, then you can pick the same components as mine. First of all, the main piece of setup is the display itself. It's the LG Ultrafine 5K display. It's a 5K panel with a really gorgeous display. Now this display is specifically designed to work with MacBooks, as there is only one Thunderbolt 3 input port on the back, so it wasn't easy to hook this up with a Windows PC. I made a whole video on this, how to make it work with any PC, a USB-C display, so you can check that out. So to connect this, I'm using the Wacom Link Plus, which is this little device. As of now, this display is only working at 4K resolution, but I'm still quite impressed with the sharpness and colors. The price of this monitor is around $1,296 on Amazon US and $1,14,000 on Amazon India. But I was fortunate enough to get a deal on Amazon for 50,000 rupees, which was sick. Next, let's talk about the rig itself. The case is the Cooler Master SL600M, which is one of the most beautiful case I've ever seen, or at least from the other options at this price. The whole case is in aluminium with a side glass panel, which makes the whole package very modern and clean. It gives the PC a feel like it's meant for more professional work rather than a gaming PC. For the motherboard, I have the Asus ROG Strix X570F Gaming, which fulfilled most of my requirements. There is also a gaming E model which has Bluetooth and Wi-Fi, but it was not required by me, so I went with this one. For the heart of the machine, I had to go with the AMD Ryzen 9 3900X, as these had blown Intel out of the water. Although now AMD has launched Zen 3 as well, which are even faster than this one, but still at the time of the purchase, this was the best thing I could afford. 3950 was also there, but it didn't fit my budget, so yeah. Plus there is a law of diminishing return. At a certain point, putting in more money doesn't mean equally improved performance. So yeah. For the GPU, I have Asus RTX 3060, which is really good for video editing and rendering. But the shame is that the Premiere Pro doesn't use the GPU efficiently. I had RTX 2060 Super before this, and even that was an overkill for this. The problem is that we have powerful components, but the programs are not optimized to utilize this much power right now. And this is the thing I love about the Macs. Those machines and their programs work together like body and soul. Anyways, now other components include one Aorus NVMe Gen 4 SSD 1TB, one crucial NVMe P1 SSD, one Seagate 8TB external hard drive. Now I'm planning to set up a NAS storage very soon, but we'll see, because they are very expensive, and by putting in some time we can set up ourselves. Then we have two 16GB G-Skill Trident Z Neo 3600 MHz RAM. One thing to note, if you're buying RAM for the AMD based computer, go with either Trident Z Neo or Trident Z RGB for AMD system. Some people go with Trident Z only, which is best for Intel, and it is not optimized for AMD CPUs. So make sure you check that you buy the Trident Z Neo before you buy. And lastly, for the cooling, I have Kraken NZXT X73 AIO. So I hope that covered all the parts. In total, this rig was 2,39,000 rupees, which made me sell my clothes, but there is more to come. Talking about the peripherals, I have the Razer Chroma Black Widow X for the keyboard, which is a mechanical keyboard. I would say that this is a decent product, but not up to my expectation. I mean, for the money, I'm not satisfied. On the other side, for the mice, it is the Logitech MX Master 2S, which is one of the best mice of all time. You can't go wrong with this. Moving to the audio section, I have two Yamaha HS5 studio monitors, which are phenomenal speakers. or monitors you can say. I had KRK Rocket 8 but those were too big for my room and I like the sound of the Yamaha much more, so I decided to go with this one. Now these are placed on the Jam Stand X1 stands, which are the stands for the studio monitors. Although they are expensive for what they does, but there were no better options. Now as these are studio monitors, they don't connect directly to your PC. You will have to use any audio interface. So for that I'm using the M Audio M-Track 2x2M, which is a great audio interface. So that pretty much wraps up my workstation. So for the final price reveal, it is 3,38,000. We finally made it to 50k subs with this computer, and now my permanent address is 9th Street, footpath, bench number 222 near Ram Mandir. So come and say hi. I would love to see you, and please bring some chapatis. It's been a long time since I had one. Jokes apart, one thing I also want to mention is that we have moved to our new office and this PC is given to our video editor, so I'll be buying an iMac pretty soon. Also, I'll be bringing more setup videos for you as we'll be hiring more people on the way. So there is ton of content coming up, so you should consider subscribing. And that's pretty much it for today, guys. Hope you guys liked this video, and if you did, just click the like button below, share this video with your friends and subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet. Until then, stay safe. Bye-bye.